Week 15. Let's go.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Ragsdale Rumble, brought to you by the Herb and Rodg Podcast. Week 15. It is Conference Championship Week. We have reached the end of the season, guys.
Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Are you doing okay tonight? Are you doing all right tonight? Are you good?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, good checking.
Wow, somebody needs some attention.
Yes, I do. Lots.
Well, because I think he realizes that he's not going to go first when I introduce people because of the rule of who goes first. So,
yeah.
We will introduce our two competitors that you see above me. Raj, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastically splendid on this beautiful Monday evening. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, as I stated a second ago.
Had you been listening like 20 minutes ago when I already asked him, you'd know he was doing
okay. It's just different when I asked. It's different when I asked.
Yeah.
As opposed to your little...
It just sounds like you're following your big brother around and just doing whatever he does. I get it.
That's what I've been doing my whole life. Just trying to live up to his standards.
I know. You're falling so short, but it's good. We appreciate the effort.
I'll take it for granted. Some of us don't have siblings that are that close in age that we got to do that. I was
Trust me, you don't
15 when my sister was born, so
you're not missing.
Basically had to raise her.
We it's a good thing for you, trust me.
I can't stand him.
But the other half of the dynamic duo above me is Herb. Herb, how are you doing tonight? Not that
I'm doing splendidly fantastic, Mike.
I like that.
You didn't say I like that when I said it.
Because you said that a million times. I said I liked it the first time.
Oh,
hey,
now you're tired of me?
Hey, let me put it into the translator. Let me put that into the translator. I'm getting tired of you, Raj.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, what?
Look, I am already accused of showing bias on this show by some people. And I can't go, oh, I like that, Raj. Every time you say something, I just
can't. Jeez, get a new bit.
I'll think of something else to say.
I think we both learned that no matter who wins the Ragsdale Rumble, I can't win for anything. So let's go ahead and get into the picks for this week. It is week 15, Conference Championship Week. We will be picking every single Conference Championship game that is happening this week on Friday and Saturday. So a bunch to get to, but we can't go without recapping last week. And the Aggies did leave Herb in agony. It was all tied up for the Texas and Texas A&M game. The Aggies did end up losing, costing Herb the pick. As you can see, both brothers hit their underdog pick for a +2. So it was a one-game difference, which leaves the final totals so far at 62-39 for Raj, 59-42 for Herb. Both with a +4 underdog score that we have done. Will not be any underdog picks this week as we are doing all the games. So we will get right into it. You guys ready?
No.
Not really. Not with these.
There are some doozies. So, like I said, every conference championship, no matter how small the conference. First up, the Conference USA Championship. Jacksonville State versus Western Kentucky. We are a little familiar with those guys. Jacksonville State is actually at home technically because it was announced that was where they were hosting. And JSU is actually favored by 1.5. Roger, up first. Who you got?
This is one of the many games on my slot here in which I really don't have. I've typed some notes up, but none of the notes are really, really relevant. I just typed it up to make it look like I did some work because
You're irrelevant like you.
You realize, you don't have to mail those notes in, and I'm not going to double check.
Yeah. I got you.
Just as long as you realize that.
For this game, Jacksonville State is a 4-point favorite at home against Western Kentucky. I did notice that Jacksonville. I just looked at some of their opponents. Jacksonville State beat Liberty and Louisiana Tech, while Western Kentucky lost to both of these teams. Jacksonville State's at home. I'm just going to ride with Jacksonville State, and we'll see what happens.
All right, JSU. Herb, do you agree?
Unfortunately, I do agree, but I actually looked at the game. I'm surprised you didn't even mention that they played last week. Did you just skip over that part? That's not in your notes? Yeah, you did. But Jacksonville had already clinched, and Western Kentucky needed the game more. I know that we're looking at the quarterback Huff and see if he's injured or not. That would make a big difference in this game. But I'm like Raj. I'm rolling with Jack State to go ahead and take this one. I don't think they showed a lot last week, and they still kept the game close. So I think they pull out all the stops and they win this one.
All right. Everybody going with Jack State here. Up next, you have the Mountain West Conference final. Boise State fighting for a playoff against UNLV. Boise State's only favored by 3.5. Herb, you're up first. Who you got?
This sucks because I wanted to go second on this game because this was going to be an anti-Rodg pick. So UNLV played Boise State as close as anyone, and this is one of those funny stats. Jonty, the Heisman guy, his second lowest total of the year, 128 yards, came in this game.
That's
his lowest total of the year is 127, but he had that on 11 carries in a blowout game, so he just didn't play that much. So he got 33 carries in this game, still got 128 yards, second lowest total. UNLV had a late lead. Boise State had to score late to get it. UNLV had an outside shot at the playoffs, and they lost a couple games along the way. So this is kind of their Super Bowl. So I'm picking this thinking Rodg is going to just stick with Boise State and their playoff chances. So I also kind of want a preemptive anti-Rodg pick. I'm going with UNLV to get the upset and to avenge that earlier loss.
All right. Rodg, are you going to follow through?
Oh, you know what? I'm vibing with that last part, though. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Boise State. To Herb's point, Genty ran for 28 yards. I mean, the first time they played, I think Boise State won that game by 5. It was a really, really close matchup.
24, yep.
I'm looking for Genty to kind of get hit around, and I know this might sound crazy. I think he's going to get around 150 rushing yards this game. I think they're going to use the same attack they used the first game. I don't know if it's going to work, and I don't know if it's going to be effective, but I'm going to go with Boise State at home this one.
All right, there we go. Our first disagreement of the night. And I'm going to just call this one just an anti-brother pick, considering Herb called his anti-pick before that.
Yeah.
Just to be fair. Up next, you have the AAC Championship. Tulane coming in against Army. Tulane is actually favored by 4 points. Roger, up first. Who you got?
I feel like Tulane is a little more battle-tested this season than Army. Army's toughest game, they played in Notre Dame, and they lost like 100-5. Tulane played Kansas State. They played Oklahoma. They played them pretty well. I just feel like Tulane's offense is a little better than Army's as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take Tulane in this game.
All right. Herb?
No surprise that Rodg is picking Tulane since Rodg hates the United States, as we've detailed in several other videos. Tulane, you're coming off that heartbreak against Memphis, which killed any outside chance you had of the playoffs. So it's kind of like, how do you bounce back this way? How do you prepare for Army? And you know what? I'm behind. So this seems, you know what? Let's just take the Army. Our dad was in the Army. I actually love my dad, unlike Rodg, who does not like our parents or likes the United States. So I'm going to take Army, another upset to win
You're
this.
really dragging this out, aren't you?
And I'm going to call my parents to tell them I love them as soon as we're done with this video.
I mean, not for nothing. Both times he picked against the service academies, he's won both of those games.
Yeah, well, without the support of your people, how can you hope to prevail against evil?
I'm not trying to pick sides here, but I'm just saying if he's right, he's right. I mean, the truth hurts sometimes.
Oh, I got you. So Mike doesn't like the United States either. Gotcha.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
All right, moving along. The first game up on Saturday is the MAC Championship. It is the Battle of Ohio as well. You have Ohio versus Miami of Ohio at 11 o'clock. Miami of Ohio is favored by 2.
Wait, Rodg picked Tulane and I took Army? Oh, I missed that. Just edit that and put it back over there.
It's too late.
Yeah, too late.
You'll have to use it later. You'll have to use it later. But you can still pick this game unless you're just going to quit and cry. It's up to you.
Oh,
damn.
Right, baby.
I got a little harsh all of a sudden, didn't he?
Sorry, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, really.
I may be a little hangry.
Yeah, I'll take Miami, Ohio.
Okay. Right.
Hey, Miami. So Miami of Ohio has the best defense in the MAC, while Ohio has the best offense in the MAC. Offense wins games. Defense wins championships. I'm going to go with Miami, Ohio to win.
All of that just to say you agree with her.
Hater. Excuse me. Yep.
All right, there we go. Moving right along.
Rodg is like perfect in the MAC, so I really whatever he picks in the MAC is probably what's going to happen. How much is you're a Macologist? Are you a Mac daddy? You make me jump.
Is it the return of the Mac?
No, don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years.
All right, moving on to the next game. Mainly because I'm out of puns. On to the Sun Belt Conference. Gosh, I forgot what that stood for a second.
Wow.
The Marshall Thundering Herd up against the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Louisiana is favored by 4. Rod, you're up first. Who you got?
I thought it stood for son of a bitch conference. Let's see.
I might as well. They'd get more publicity that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys don't want to know what's in my head.
I'm simply taking Herb. I'm simply going to take Louisiana simply because they're at home in this one. I think they're favored by 5.5. Or I'm sorry, maybe the line changed it for it. My bad. But I'm going to take Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
Well, so all these lines were from yesterday, so they may have been updated today. So yeah,
Okay.
I made this. I made the presentation yesterday, and I did not get a chance to go back and change the line. So all these lines are from yesterday. So yours.
Well, regardless, Louisiana is
accurate.
favored. Yeah, favored by a few points. So I'm going to go with Louisiana.
All right, Herb, what you got?
I like that one as well. This is one of those two where you the line was 4, and now it's 5.5. So somebody else already knows something. So I'm just going to take Louisiana because other people are saying that Louisiana is going to win.
I guess Randy Moss is not going to be playing for Marshall. That's what
I don't think we're going to know until later in the week.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got to wait till the availabilities come out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All right. Next up, we have some that actually matter now. the Big 12 championship, Iowa State and Arizona State. Arizona State favored by 2.5. Herb, you're up. Who you got?
I'm pretty sure when we did conference previews, nobody had these two teams. No. I'm just shocked if we had one of these two teams in this. It's also crazy. Like BYU was on a collision course for this. They lose one key game down the stretch that helps them lose. Colorado, we thought was going to get into it. And also, just for these conferences, like I understand we're expanding. There's all these teams, but the top there's a 4-way tie at the top of the Big 12. And only one of the teams played each other. Like neither of these two teams played Colorado. I think only one of them played BYU. It's crazy how all this mess. So I say all that to say,
just pick
Iowa State. I'm taking you in an upset here, and I don't even know why.
All right, sound logic, Raj. What you got?
I got a lot of underdogs on my ticket.
Oh,
yeah. What you got, Stanky brother?
I'm going to go ahead and simply just take Arizona State to win the XII championship simply because her picked Iowa State.
I mean, that old XII.
Right. So in a game where it looks like nobody did any research whatsoever, which is what I got out of both analysis.
I just told you all these people who played each other and blah, blah, blah. And I was
that's all you said, though.
They have the 30th ranked defense. They have the 40th.
You didn't say any of that. All you said was they didn't matter for what I was picking.
Like last time I started talking, you started whining, Mike. So
who has a 30th ranked defense?
Iowa State.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, right. In the conference.
Say in the Big 12.
They have the 30th ranked in the Big 12. They're so bad.
Although, look, the way the conferences are going, they may have the 30th ranked defense in the Big 12. In a couple of years, there may be 30 teams there.
I don't know how many teams are in the XII, so I don't know.
I want to say XII as many times as possible.
Exactly. XII. Yep.
Well, we will move on from the XII to the ACC championship, the SMU Mustangs and the Clemson Tigers. Clemson is favored by 1.5. Roger, up first. Who you got?
So apparently this is the game in which all Bama fans are supposed to be watching because this is the game that might decide our playoff fate. Personally, I still think we're going to get in regardless of the outcome. I know that sounds crazy. Obviously, we'll find out the playoff rankings tomorrow around 6 to see where we stand at. But I really think the committee wants us in. And again, regardless of the ranking or regardless of this outcome, I think the committee will find a way to squeeze us into the 12 teams. With that being said, I think Cade Klubnik is going to come up big this game. I think he's going to have a really, really huge game, both on the ground and in the air. And I think Clemson's going to get the victory. Again, I know we're supposed to be rooting for SMU, but I think Clemson wins this game.
All right, Herb.
So just adding to the list, Raj does not like America. He does not like our parents. And now he does not like Alabama when he's picking a team that we need to lose. So I don't know who you love, Raj, or what has gone wrong in your life to where you have such hate. But this Ragsdale brother will carry the torch. I'm picking SMU as an anti-Raj pick, but a pick for our parents, a pick for Alabama, and a pick for America. Vote SMU.
I am Herb Ragsdale, and I approve this message.
I hope when you're carrying that torch, it falls and burns your leg off.
Burns the whole leg off? Like you could just like give me a burn or a scorch or something?
That went so far past what it needed to.
Now I'm missing a whole leg because of SMU.
And let's not forget, earlier in the year, he also hates smart people.
Yes, that's the one.
That.
He hates smart people. So
you guys are really double teaming the year.
Which is, I guess, why he likes me so much. Because I am not a very smart person.
I do like Mike.
Yeah.
Not because of that. No, I didn't agree with that. I just like
he does not like smart Americans who are in the military and come from Alabama. It's very specific.
I am only two of those things. I'm American. Well, I guess technically I came from Georgia because I was born there, but we'll look past that. All right. We do have another disagreement there. A lot of movement in the picks this week. On to the Big Ten, or is
Oregon.
Raj would say the Big 1G or the B1G. Herb, who you got? Oregon's favored by 4 against Penn State.
Oregon.
Right? Yeah.
Friends don't let friends pick Penn State.
Yeah. Same here, Mike.
We've been dogging them all year. We just like you can't pick them now.
We know what Penn State can do in the big games. They're going to lay an egg. Oregon's got this. I think it's going to be much. They're going to definitely cover.
Lay an egg?
I think Oregon by 10.
Do ducks lay eggs? I don't even know.
They do.
Yes.
Okay. Is that a duck joke? They're going to lay an egg? So sad.
All right. Moving on to the big game of the week, the other one we're really looking at, the SEC championship, Georgia and Texas in the rematch. Texas is actually favored by 2.5, or at least they were yesterday. I'm sure you guys will let me know who is favored now. Herb, you're up first. Who you got?
Oh, I went first on the last one.
Yeah, he picked Penn. He picked Oregon.
Yeah,
that's right, because you both kind of did it at the same time. So Roger, go ahead.
All right, so this is an interesting one. Going to be probably the best game out of the day. Definitely one I'll be paying attention to. Obviously, we know what happened in the first game. The question here is can Georgia duplicate what they did in the first game? I don't think they're gonna play that good defensively. I think Texas's offensive line is going to be a little more prepared this game. And I just feel it. I think it's hard to beat the same team twice in the same year. I'm sure it's happened if you look through history. I don't know. Hell, I don't know. I'm not going to go into all that because I don't know. With that being said, I did pick Texas the first time and I was wrong. So I'm going to double down and I'm going to pick Texas again to win this game. If Texas wins, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Georgia. Obviously, they'll still be in the playoff, but I'm assuming they'll fall to the 9-12 range because now they'll have 3 losses and we would have a head-to-head over them. But, of course, that'll be, determined next Sunday or whatever. So anyway, I'll pick Texas to win the game.
All right, Herb.
That's why I wanted you to go first. I'm just going to take whoever Raj didn't take.
Yeah.
So I will take Georgia in the rematch. With the added bonus, if Georgia wins, Randy can't give me a hard time about it.
That's true.
And that's
true.
Good, so
I'm not soft, so I don't mind that. But
yeah, that's fine.
And I also saw a playoff bracketology online where there's a possibility that these two teams could actually play each other a third time. And I think this is something we discussed, like when we first found out about the 12-team playoff. Like you could actually play a team like 2 or 3 times in the same season. So there's a possibility that could happen if Georgia loses. But again, we'll see what happens.
Oh, the catchphrase.
All right. There we go. Another disagreement. And Herb, I apologize. I forgot to write one down. Was your Clemson SMU pick an anti-Raj pick as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was, but I forgot to write it down. Wanted to make sure.
And Herb
did you write down that Raj hates Alabama?
Herb did.
Well, that's going to be ingrained in my brain and heart now because it hurts. So.
All right, what were you trying to say, Raj? I did. What kind of lame joke were you about to
Herb,
come with?
Herb picked Penn State over Oregon.
No, I did not write that down because he was
Not
very
even
emphatic.
James- not even
He didn't even.
What a surprise!
No, I was gonna say not even James Franklin picked Penn State.
Yeah,
And Mike's
no,
gonna say I didn't even let him finish before I picked Oregon.
Yeah.
Much like he didn't let me repeat my statement, he did not let me finish when I was trying to get it out, which is why I was confused on the next one. But that is all the games. There are 9 games total. We have quite a few disagreements, but it should be a great weekend of college football as we wrap up the regular season. And I guess the only thing I will ask, since we normally talk about an Alabama game and there is not one, and Raj, you kind of alluded to this where you may think your answer is going. Percentage of chance you think Alabama makes the playoffs, regardless of what happens in the championship week, Raj?
Yeah, I agree, Mike. I do think it looks good shaved, man. You look good either way.
Did you have to bring that up?
Yep. Because you keep
Had to
doing
bring
like
that
this.
up.
I have
It
a high
still feels
percentage.
weird.
I have high hopes because of the way the committee likes Alabama, and ever since the playoff inception in 2014, the committee has really, really liked the team from Tuscaloosa. I have high hopes. I think we're in. Of course, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Okay, guys, what are we doing? What is this, a face-off?
Mike's trying to hide his lack of beard because he shaved today. He didn't want to.
So for full disclosure, I was shaving my head and was going to trim my beard and ended up gapping my beard with my clippers as I was trying to cut the sideburns down. So I had to shave it all off and start over. So that's why I look like I'm 12. And continue on with your analysis, right, please.
The thing is, you may look like you're 12, but you don't act like you're 12 like Herb. So that's good. You're still mature.
I kind of do.
You're good. No, Herb's like a child. Hey, look at my title towel on the back with my football.
Hey, my name is Raj. I just make dumb jokes all day.
My name's Herb. It says title on my. I'm an idiot. I'm wearing a hoodie inside, even though it's cold outside. I wear glasses. I've got an IQ of like a
You
billion.
should be married to my wife. It's cold inside.
Fair enough. Yeah, the question. So I would say about.
Sorry, we're not doing a show. It's fine.
I'm going to go high. I'm going to say about 60% chance that we make the playoff.
All right, Herb, same question. What do you think the chances are, regardless of what happens in championship week?
61%, because I actually like Alabama more than Raj does. So, I mean, obviously, like we're recording this early in the week, and it'd be great to know where they slot us. But the coaches have us at 11, so I think they're all anticipating like they're just going to let us in there. So.
That's my point. I think we're going to be like 10 and 11, and I think if SMU loses, I think they're out. That's just my personal opinion. And if Clemson loses, obviously they're out. So, and I feel like again, if SMU loses, they only have 2 losses, but that's the committee's way of saying, I don't know, we got to kind of get Alabama in. This is our opening right here. So, I think we're in.
All right. Either way, should again create for a great weekend of college football. As championship week comes up, we are coming up on bowl week. We will also have picks for various bowl games, which we will go over, and I'm sure Herb and Rodg will talk about it on the show. So for Big Mike, Herb and Rodg, and the Ragsdale Rumble, hope you guys have a great weekend. And as always, roll Tide.
Go Beards.